Hey guys, QuinntonTV here and welcome to a brand new video where today we are starting a brand new series here on Halo Zone. And if you're an OG here on the channel, you may remember something a lot like this series from about 8 years ago, where a guy called Tall Chief actually did a series called Halo 4 InDepth. Now, we're kind of bringing this back here on the channel, and we're going to be using it as a place where you guys can find the latest Halo Infinite news all crammed down into one video. Obviously, I'm going to only be making these when there is actual news to cover on of Halo Infinite, which is we've got a little bit. We keep getting drip-fed little tiny pieces of information, and it's really not good to have like a bunch of say 6 million Halo in-depth videos of just one small little thing, like analysing say for example the developer changes his bio to hashtag the DMR returns. We wouldn't sit there covering stupid information like that, but we would put it all into one video in a week's time when there's enough news to make a substantial video, and then we will report on it here on the channel. So of course these videos won't actually be all the time. Jesus Christ, there's a fly flying around my room and trying to annoy me while I'm recording this video. But yeah, basically these won't be as often. It's just going to be whenever we get news for Halo Infinite, and of course that's completely reliant on when 343 announces stuff. But anyway, without further ado, I think we should get into the first topic of today's video. So the first topic we're going to talk about today is the fact that Halo Infinite multiplayer will be going free to play. Now, this is just completely unheard of in Halo history. This has never been done before, and it's going to do so much good for the Halo community, because people will just be going through their Xbox, they'll see Halo Infinite multiplayer just on their store menu, and they'll be like, oh, I'll give it a try, it's free to play. And then they'll play it, they'll enjoy it, whatever, or they won't. Say if they do enjoy it though, they'll get more invested in the game, they'll spend money for, Microsoft and 343. And this, in turn, will make them into Halo fans, which is a great thing for us, because this could be a sudden boom in the Halo Infinite player base. With it, it going free to play, where all these new players will come in and stay around for the franchise's, next 10 years, as Halo Infinite has been said to be a 10-year game. But all these fans will be sticking around, then they'll start watching YouTube videos of Halo because that's what they're interested in. They might go back and play the older games, or they might just spend money on the current game, watch some Halo Zone, for example, and we might actually get a decent thriving fan base going once again. People will be interested in Halo Infinite content, so they'll be checking out Halo Zone, they'll be checking out other Halo channels like Halo Follower, Hidden Xperia, stuff like that. If they wanted to get into the lore, they can. And it's just like a perfect gateway into the wider Halo franchise for many people who would never have tried Halo otherwise, just because it is free to play. The only possible downside to this is if rec packs return and game-changing content is in them. Now, personally, I'd like rec packs to stay as far away from Halo as humanly possible, but if they do come back, as long as they're cosmetic only and don't offer any, way to change the game or way that you can pay to get an advantage in the game, I'm completely fine with them. And obviously, microtransactions, if it does go free to play, are pretty much inevitable. But we could go down the Fortnite/Call of Duty Warzone route, where you've got a store, you get points, and you buy the stuff you want in the shop with those points. That could be a way better system for Halo going forward. And as long as you can unlock default armor, say we've got the Halo Reach customization system back, we'll be completely fine, because you won't even have to, because there'll be so much armor in the game, you won't have to spend money. But if you want to, say if 343 makes a cool new design and they put it on the store, you can easily just buy that. That's completely up to you. So the next thing we have here for you guys today is 120 FPS in the multiplayer on Xbox Series X. Now, this is just absolutely amazing. This is a console first. I have never even heard of a console game going above 60 FPS, let alone doubling that to 120. If any of you guys have been playing on PC and you get up to 120 FPS, it's just chef's kiss. It's absolutely amazing when you can get up to high speeds like that. Obviously, they've confirmed that 4K 60 is for the campaign, but for multiplayer, we have potentially 4K 120 FPS. This is just amazing. I know that with the graphical stuff, they've been kind of questioning the Xbox Series X's hardware, but we all know really it's just because it's anchored down to the Xbox One. But with this, we can all know that the Xbox Series X is truly a powerful console. 120 FPS is going to be a console first, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Obviously, it doesn't really make much difference for us because we're content creators. YouTube only supports up to 60 FPS, so you guys won't really see a difference. However, for when you play Halo Infinite, you'll be seeing the difference. And, hopefully one day YouTube will be adding 4K 120 FPS like options to their video players. Alright, so now is time for some bad news. We're taking the old phrase, you gotta finish with something positive, and we're throwing it out the window. We're finishing with something negative today. The original Halo Magnum and the original Halo shotgun are being removed in favour of the Bulldog shotgun and the Sidekick pistol. This is just, oh my god. What they said in the interview to, basically say, oh, we're actually expanding the sandbox by adding these in, but they're taking them out on top of, the original designs. I know people are saying, oh, they look so generic. That's not really a problem to me. It's just weapon designs. But if they had put them in with the original Magnum and, a revamped version of the original Magnum and a revamped version of the original shotgun, please bring back the Reach shotgun. That was just amazing. It's the best looking one. Maybe the Halo 3 one. That's probably comes close to it, but as long as either of those two are in the game, I would be happy. But no, they had to take it out and replace it with this generic piece of shit, which, many people are going to have their own opinions about that. Personally, I don't care. It just looks a bit generic. It's not very... if you look at all the original Halo designs, they looked very good. They looked very, crisp and clear. But these kind of just look very generic, like they're straight out of fucking Call of Duty. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. I'm sorry to end on such a negative note about them removing some of the most loved designs in all of Halo. But anyway, if they are just designs at the end of the day, we can't judge Halo Infinite from those two choices alone. But anyway... if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get as many of these videos out as possible, but obviously we're going to be relying on whenever 343 decides to release any news to us. But when the news does come eventually, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. I'll be trying to get these videos out as quick as possible, and hopefully it should all be good. But that's going to be it for today's video here. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Go and subscribe to my main channel, which is QuinntonTV. There will be a link down in the description. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.